Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti-Vedanta Swami-Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavami Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Today let's discuss about a very, very amazing personality, one of my favorite personalities from Chaitanya Charitamrita, who has spent many, many years here in this place. A very, very intimate associate of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was always eager to attain Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Charitamrita is filled with these devotees. They don't want anything. They just want Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this personality, he said, Adhama pamara mui hina jiva dhama Mora ichha hai paya Chaitanya Charana. This devotee is saying that Adhama, I am the most fallen. Adhama. Pamara, I am most sinful. Adhama pamara moi hina, I am the most condemned. Jiva dhama, I am the most lowest of all the living entities. Now, such a person who is so hopeless in life, what will be his desire? The next line makes it very clear. Even after all this disqualification, Mora ichha hai, my desire is, I want to attain the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whose lotus feet? Whose lotus feet?
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this devotee is none other than Das Goswami or Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami was in the Bengal area, and he was very eager to attain the lotus feet of Chaitanya. He had met Lord Chaitanya in his childhood in Shantipur. And again, when he got to know that Mahaprabhu has come back, again he ran to meet Lord Chaitanya. But this time Lord Chaitanya had told him, be at home. Externally, you act as a materialist, but internally, you act as a devotee. Ours is thoda sa ulta. We also follow the same. Externally, devotee. Internally, materialist. But thoda ulta karna, that's it. This was the instruction for Raghunath Das Goswami. And Raghunath Das Goswami for 1 year perfectly acted as a materialist. And his parents were extremely happy. कितना होनहार लड़का है हमारा, भक्ति छोड़ दिया, केवल भौतिक चीजें कर रहा है, only into material activities. ऐसा होना चाहिए हर एक बच्चा. They were very happy. But how long can you keep your internal desires? How long can you keep your internal desires hidden? Again, after 1 year, Raghunath Das Goswami started. And what was he doing? Every time he would get chance, he would run away from the home. He would run away from the home, and his father, Govardhan Majumdar, very, very rich, filthy rich. At that time, his package was 8 lakh gold coins, if I'm not wrong. That time, 500 years back. You can imagine what does that mean. Therefore, he had many, many guards, many, many servants. As soon as Raghunath Das Goswami runs away from the home, Govardhan Majumdar, he would say, Jao leke aao usse. And all these people will go and catch him and get him back. And again, after a few days, Raghunath Das Goswami run again. And again, he will be caught back and kept. One day, mother of Raghunath Das Goswami, she gave a very intelligent idea. She said, Patidev, suniye, हमारा बेटा बार बार घर छोड़ के भाग रहा है. Again and again is running. Not sure if he wants to join iskcon Whitefield. Again and again he's running. I would suggest that tie him with ropes so that he does not run away. Then Govardhan Majumdar, holding his head, he said, oh, he has got opulence like Indra. He has got a wife like Apsara. That is not able to tie him. What? Your ropes will tie him. Very bad idea. It's rejected. And Raghunath Das Goswami is again and again running. And every time he runs, every time he is caught back, again he tries. One day, his family priest, his name was Yadunandan Acharya. Yadunandan Acharya, he came to Raghunath Das Goswami. And he told, see, one of my disciples who was serving as a pujari in this temple, he suddenly ran away. You please go and get him, convince him and get him back. See, his name is there on the seva chart, he is not coming for seva. Get him back. Now Raghunath Das Goswami gladly accepted. And in the mind he was thinking, ye hai right chance. This is the right opportunity. We can run away. And then both of them they are going, Yadunandan Acharya, Raghunath Das Goswami, both of them they are walking. And Raghunath Das Goswami is telling Yadunandan Acharya, Gurudev, you don't worry. आप घर जाइए, I will take care. I will go. Where he will go, he didn't tell. I will go. Don't worry. Yadunandan Acharya, he went, and Raghunath Das Goswami, he started running towards east. The only goal was somehow he has to meet Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He started running. Now see, ये चोरी छुप के भाग रहे थे ना. He started running, and then he would look behind. Because always this would happen. He is running and immediately his guards will come and catch him. Now he's running, and again he look back, stop, look back, again run, stop, look back, again run. Now this was going on. And he didn't take a normal route. It is described that he took a very, very difficult path. A path which is never traversed by people. Very, very few people go through that path. It was not a general route. That's what Chaitanya Charitamrita says. And the only thing that he was thinking is lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Daya karo more, tumo bina ke dayalu jagata samsare. Aha Prabhu Nityananda. He's remembering both of them, their lotus feet, keeping that in the heart, he's running. And it is described that he ran 30 miles. हमारा आधा किलोमीटर 1 किलोमीटर चल के हवा निकल जाती है. Can you imagine? He's running fast. 45 kilometers he ran at one go. What was that thing that was driving him? What was that? The only one thing which he had in his heart was, I want to attain the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bas. There's nothing else. This one desire was driving him like anything. Therefore, this desire, if somehow we get this desire to attain the Lord, intense desire to attain the Lord, we will see that will drive us throughout our life and will remain fired up in our Krishna conscious activities. We will not slacken in our devotional service. All those devotees who are struggling, going down again and again in Krishna consciousness. The problem is this, desire is not intense for attaining the lotus feet of the Lord. बस अच्छा लग रहा है, सब साथ में आ रहे, प्रसाद ले रहे, गप्पे मार रहे. So nice, it's all good. All good people around. They are so well behaved. They're in white and white. Face is effulgent. So nice. अच्छा लगता है. In fact, one boy said also. He said, I want to shift to base. I said, why you want to shift to base? बाहर अच्छे लोग नहीं हैं. बेस में अच्छे लोग हैं. और कुछ नहीं, उतना ही. नहीं और कुछ नहीं, अच्छा प्रसाद भी मिलता है. और कुछ नहीं, बस इतना. Now tell me, if our mood is that, बस थोड़े अच्छे लोग के साथ रहेंगे, अच्छा प्रसाद लेंगे, बस खत्म. ठीक है, that's good, appreciated, but we'll not be able to advance too much. But as soon as we have this desire to attain something higher, we will see that devotee will be always out of comfort zone, doing something special for pleasing Guru and Krishna to attain the lotus feet of Krishna. And here we see special 45 kilometers, Baba. Special hai par. He ran and ran with one desire in the heart. I want to attain the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bas kuch nahi chahiye jeevan mein aur. I don't want anything. I just want the Lord. That's it. I just want the Lord. How many of you have this desire? I don't want anything in life. I just want Krishna. अरे बेशरम लोग कोई नहीं. How will we attain Krishna if that's not an exclusive desire? Think about this one point. This should prick our heart. If I cannot raise my hand on this question that I want only Krishna and nothing else, that should prick our heart. What sort of devotee I am? Devotee means servant of Krishna. Servant of Krishna means the one who is eager to serve only Krishna. So if we stamp ourselves with one tag called devotee, then we should have only one desire, that I want to serve Krishna. Whenever we're chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and we're getting deviated here and there, we have to ask this question, whose servant am I? And if the answer is I'm Krishna's servant, then Krishna's servant should think about Krishna, should focus on the holy name. Why I'm not able to focus? No, I am Krishna's servant, let me focus. That's the enthusiasm that a devotee of the Lord has. Oh, I am Krishna's servant, I'll think only of Krishna, chant only his names, nothing else. This is the mood that is needed, and this mood we see in Raghunath Goswami. He just ran 45 kilometers. Finally, it was night time, and he came to a place of a milkman. There, looking at his situation, bina kuch khaye, there was no chapati, no puri, no paneer. That special sweet that was made in the afternoon, even that was not there. Nothing. He just ran. And looking at his entire tired state, the milkman who was there, he offered him some milk and gave him a place to rest. And our Raghunath Goswami, he took rest. He had little milk and he rested. ठीक है, यहाँ तो he rested. वहां जो बेचारे चैन की नींद सो रहे थे घर पे, what happened to them? They all were agitated. All the guards who were there, they asked Yadunandan Acharya, where is Raghunath Das? Where did he go? And Yadunandan Acharya said, he took my permission and he returned home. And as soon as this was told by Yadunandan Acharya, there was a huge chaos in the house. And all of them started shouting, he has gone, he has gone, he has gone again. And Govardhan Majumdar, in his own style, he told, chalo, jao leke aao usse. But this time he was not knowing, is baar kuch nahi hona, it's not going to work. His desire was intense. He just went. And all these guards, they went. 10 guards were sent. And all of them, they went. And the entire thought process was that this is the time when all these Bengali devotees will be going to Jagannatha Puri. Surely Raghunath has gone to Jagannatha Puri, or he has gone with that team to Jagannatha Puri. So there was a letter written, Dear Yatra Manager, Shivananda Sen. And then there was a letter. In that letter there was only one line, Return my son. Y.S. Govardhan Majumdar. And that letter, by the Y.S. means your servant. So that letter was given. These guards went to Shivananda Sen and they showed the letter. And Shivananda said, no, your son has not come. Raghunath Goswami has not come. He has not come here. These guards went and then they told Govardhan Majumdar. And Govardhan Majumdar understood. Gaya. Bacha, gaya. Still, he told the guards, go and search for him. Now these guards will go in the normal path. Now why will they go in this extraordinary path which our extraordinary personality took to meet the extraordinary personality? They didn't go in that line. They went in a different general path. And now here, as soon as it was early morning, Raghunath Goswami got up. Again with that one desire in the heart, I want to attain the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Again he started running. He started running towards south. He crossed a place called Chhatra Bhoga. And again, instead of taking the general path, he proceeded from village to village, village to village. And it is described, throughout the day he will travel. Throughout the day, keep running, walking, this is going on. And the only fuel is The remembrance of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's the only fuel that he had in his body. Nothing else. It is described, Raghunath Das Goswami ran for 12 continuous days. In that he ate only 3 days. He ran 12 days, he ate only 3 days. And what he ate? Some fried grains, some little cooked rice. That's it. That's it. 12 days, he was just running. And again, he was just thinking about the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was praying that I want to attain your lotus feet, and he was running and running and running. If the goal is clear, no one in this world can stop a person. If today, when we are rendering devotional service and we see some obstacles in our path, it's only because of the goal not being clear. If the goal is not clear, every now and then there will be some obstacle. Sometimes people would say, recently when I was called to that interview on Hare Krishna TV, so one lady asked a question. So the last section of the show is question and answer. She asked a question that my parents are troubling me and I'm not able to practice bhakti, what should I do? And immediately I remembered and I asked a return question that are your parents troubling like the way Prahlad Maharaj is troubled by Hiranyakashipu? We can ask this question to ourselves. Sometimes our devotees also say, Prabhuji, my boss is troubling me like anything. इतना बेकार है, इतना बेकार. Then I tell, छोड़ दो ना फिर. नहीं bro, अच्छा है. इतना भी बेकार नहीं है. It's okay. It's okay. You see, we might give n number of reasons for not consistently practicing bhakti. But one thing has to be very clear. All this is not because of the external reasons. It's because of the internal reason. And that internal reason is the goal is not clear. Goal is to attain Krishna. If that goal is clear, naturally the devotee will keep running and running and running. उसको कोई नहीं रोक पाएगा. कोई नहीं. No one. Even for that matter, all the brahmacharis sitting here. It's very important to meditate on this one point, that if we have given up our material life, it's only for one reason, to attain Krishna's lotus feet and nothing else. We don't want anything else in this world. We just want Krishna. That's the mood of a brahmachari. Therefore, he has given up everything else. Very, very important point to contemplate on. You know, it's a very nice thing. He was running. Hunger is not troubling. Thirst is not troubling. He's just running. 12 days, he ran. And finally, he reached Jagannatha Puri. Same place where all of us are sitting. Same Jagannatha Puri. He came. Now he came and he met Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya was sitting. Where do you think was Lord Chaitanya at that time? Huh? Which place? The place which you visited today morning, Gambhira. That place is such an intense place where so many Vaishnavas, they have come to meet Lord Chaitanya. They have cried and rolled in the ground when they attained the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. That's the place. Lord Chaitanya himself has rolled on the ground there, dashing his head onto the wall saying, when will I attain Krishna? When will I attain Krishna? You know what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would say? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would say that I have no love for Krishna. I have no love for Krishna. And other devotees who were there, they would tell, no, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you have love for Krishna. You have love for Krishna. Sometimes our devotees say, no, मैं अच्छा भक्त नहीं हूँ, मैं अच्छा भक्त नहीं हूँ. Other devotees, नहीं तो वो अच्छे भक्त है. कभी-कभी बुरे हो जाते हैं, but आप अच्छे हैं, don't worry. Here devotees are telling Lord Chaitanya that you have love for Krishna. And you know what Lord Chaitanya said? The fact that I am living is a sign that I don't have any love for Krishna. I should have died in separation from Krishna. The fact that I am living, that's a sign that I have no love for Krishna. और हमारे devotees बोलते हैं, "Prabhuji, I love Krishna so much." Therefore, when we read Shastra, it becomes very clear that हम सोचते हैं हम वहाँ है, लेकिन हम है यहाँ. Naturally, we become grounded on this material world. Naturally. And here we see in Gambhira, all these Vaishnavas were sitting. Swarup Damodar was there as secretary. And at that time, Raghunath Das Goswami, he came running. You can imagine Lord is sitting maybe in that corner. And Raghunath Das Goswami came from here. And from far he pays obeisance to Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As soon as he saw the golden face of the Lord, he just paid obeisance to Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And at that time, the beautiful singer, Mukunda, he said, Raghunath is here, Raghunath is here. And immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Raghunath, come here. And he pulled Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath was paying obeisance to the Lord. He was falling at the feet. He held the feet of the Lord. But Lord lifted him and tightly embraced Raghunath Das Goswami. Aha. Don't you think all the pain that his body might have for the 12 days of running, traveling, walking, running, all that might have just gone away completely. He was completely surcharged with Krishna Prem. Extremely blissful. It's very difficult to understand what it means to get the embrace of the Lord. Very difficult. It is said when Narasimhadev appeared, Narasimhadev was sitting on the throne. And no one was ready to go and pacify Narasimhadev. It's very funny that even Lakshmi Devi was not ready. Some acharyas say that Lakshmi Devi said, I don't know who this personality is. So at that time, Brahma is saying, Prahlad, Narasimhadev has appeared only for you. You please go and pacify him. And Prahlad Maharaj, without any fear, Lord Shiva is standing far, he is fearful. Brahma is standing in another corner because he was the culprit. He was hiding. He is standing in another corner. And all the others, all the Gandharvas, Apsaras, Kinnaras, everyone, they're all standing, they're all offering prayers. But Narasimhadev is not stopping. He's roaring and roaring and roaring. And Prahlad Maharaj went, all the dead bodies are around. And Prahlad Maharaj is walking and walking and walking. And finally he reached the throne of his own father on which Narasimhadev was sitting. He goes and touches the lotus feet of Narasimhadev. And at that time, Narasimhadev, he keeps his lotus hand on the head of Prahlad Maharaj. And at that time, Shukadeva Goswami describes, whatever contamination was there in Prahlad Maharaj, that was immediately removed. And you know what was the contamination that Prahlad Maharaj had? Contamination was a doubt in the heart. Will I attain Krishna? Will I attain Krishna? This was the contamination. Can you imagine that entire scene in our life? If at all, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, we become pure devotees, we attain that state, and before dying, before leaving this body, we receive that golden opportunity where Lord places his lotus hands on our head. What else we want? That success of life, that success of life. And this is what a devotee hankers for. May that day come. So before leaving this body, minimum God realization is needed. You understand what you mean by God realization? Bhagwan realization? What does that mean? Sakshat darshan, face to face. Face to face, no picture, no deity, face to face. Minimum God realization, Bhagwan realization is needed. Uske baad aata hai rasa and etc. Which rasa to enter and which place and whose servant to become, all that is later. Minimum this much. And here when Raghunath Das Goswami got the tight embrace, what do you think? What was his mood? Ecstatic. Ecstatic. In fact, entire Jagannath Puri is filled with ecstasy only. Only people who don't experience ecstasy is the visitors like us. But all these personalities, whoever was part of this Gaur Leela in Jagannath Puri, all were ecstatic. All were ecstatic. And here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he tells some heavy, heavy things. Please hear this carefully. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, the mercy of Lord Krishna is stronger than anything else. This is a fact. Mercy of Lord Krishna is stronger than anything else. Therefore, the Lord has delivered you from the ditch of materialistic life, which is like a hole into which people pass stool. So he's saying you are stuck in that place, and by the mercy of Krishna, you have been delivered. You know what? Our situation is like this. Only thing is we don't know. Our situation is as pathetic as what is described here by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We are stuck very bad. Stuck. And the best part is we don't know that we are stuck. Only when we sit in a Bhagavatam class or a Chaitanya Charitamrita class, then we realize, yeah, what Prabhuji is saying is correct. But as soon as the class is finished, no stuck and all. I'm a free bird. I'll do what I want. But actually we are stuck. And this is one of very, very important realization. And only when this important realization comes, then the prayer comes from the heart. Ainanda tanuja kinkaram patitam vishame bhavambudam kripaya tava pada pankaja स्थितधूलि सदृशम विचिंतया. मॉर्निंग में तो hallucination में गा देते हैं हम लोग. We don't realize all 8 verses are gone, done. But you know, this particular verse will make sense when the first thing we will realize is I'm stuck. When I realize I'm stuck, immediately the prayer will come from the heart. Oh Lord, please save me. I'm stuck. And at that time, the Lord will hold us and pull us. Lord will wait till then. We have chosen a Lord who waits. He waited for Draupadi to leave the sari. It's a very big thing. Whenever I contemplate on this pastime of Draupadi holding the sari and Dushasana is pulling the sari, it takes a lot to give up the sari where she knows very well now she'll be disrobed and she'll be naked. She was not wearing anything else. It was one single cloth which was draped on her body. And that was pulled. Now I can imagine she left. And then Krishna showered his mercy. When she raised her arms and she loudly chanted, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. When she loudly chanted, Haath uppar hai, sari chhod diya. At that time, Krishna's mercy started flowing. She realized she's stuck. She realized she cannot do anything. At that time, she called out for Krishna. Same thing in our life also. When we realize, मेरी धोती कभी भी निकल सकती है. And instead of holding ourselves in this material world, when we raise our hand, call out for Krishna, that is the time when the mercy will flow. And here, Lord Chaitanya is saying that mercy of Lord Krishna is stronger than anything else. Our attachment in this world might be very, very strong. Very, very, very strong. Sometimes the devotees, a very nice practicing devotees will say, Guruji, kya karu? Main bhakti karna chahta hu, but I am very much attached. Very much attached. You know what? We might say our attachments are very strong, but remember one thing. Krishna's mercy is even more stronger. There's nothing as strong as Krishna's mercy. If he decides, he'll just pull us from the ditch where people pass to. And he continues. Very beautifully he says, Lord Chaitanya is speaking all this to Raghunath Goswami. Tathapi vishayra svabhava Kare maha-andha sei karma karyayata haya bhava bandha. Those who are attached to materialistic life, tathapi vishayera svabhava kare maha-andha, and who have become blind in spiritual life, must act in such a way that sei karma karaya jata haya bhava bandha. So such blind people will keep doing activities which will tie them in this material world. And this is a fact. It's such an unfortunate situation. As soon as you go out, not here in Bangalore I'm talking about, you will see what people are doing. What are people trying to do? At least we're trying to comprehend on one subject matter that I should attain Krishna and how to attain Krishna. At least these thoughts are going on. And what are these people doing outside? They have a different thought process altogether. How to enjoy better, tonight where to go and enjoy, what to do. We were sitting in the airport, Sanjay Bro and myself were discussing something. I was speaking on some subject matter, similar lines. Then suddenly we looked around and we saw, what are these people trying to do? Just walking around here and there, their own world, so proud. What are they trying to do? And here is the answer, and the answer is, they're just trying one thing. To get completely bound in this material world by doing whatever activities they do. With every activity they're getting shackled. Another activity, more shackled. More bound and bound and bound and bound. And you know what? Till devotees like all of us don't go and help them by slapping them tight on their face and giving them a bhagavad-gita or convincing them to come for our session, inka kuch nahi ho sakta. Kuch bhi nahi ho sakta. It was our Festival of Enlightenment session. I was the speaker. course instructor. I was sitting and giving class on the Vyasasana. One boy entered, and a girl also entered behind. I have a very, what to say, bad habit of observing everyone who's there in the hall and who is doing what. Here also, whoever sleeps, I get to know. Whoever opens their mobile, I get to know. Yes. That's our nature. So I saw that they came. So that boy took darshan, and one of our volunteers said that it's a boys' session, so boys allowed. Girls have to sit behind the barricade. So she sat there. And now this boy sat near the barricade, and the girl also sat near the barricade. Class was going on. ये पीछे से उसको ऐसे खींच रही. And इस पीछे देखा उसने, and then he like. And I was observing all this. I was speaking and I was observing this circus that was going on. How this monkey trainer is going to make the monkey dance. And you know what happened? She got up, she left, and uske piche ye bhi chala gaya. I was wondering that even after coming to a temple, still the activity is activity to bound oneself in this material world. Therefore, devotees, they have to play this important role to go and help them. नहीं तो बहुत मुश्किल है, very very difficult. इनका कुछ नहीं हो सकता. I'm giving you, I'm telling with full confidence on the basis of Shastra. All those people who are having this open sex culture in cool leaf peace and this and that, trust me, they are the ones who are ruining their life like anything. All those boys and girls who are going to beget kids, they're going to be Rakshasas for sure, demons for sure. And they are the ones who are going to contribute for Kali Yuga to progress very nicely and deteriorate very nicely. And you know what? That girl and that boy who are going to become parents in future, their lives are going to be miserable because these kids are going to make their life miserable. Therefore, it's our responsibility to help them in whatever way possible. Whatever way possible. Without helping them, they cannot be unbound because they're bound completely. When your hands are tied, when your legs are tied and the socks is put in your mouth, how will you help yourself? That is what is your current condition. Only when externally some person comes and then removes the knot, then there is a question of getting freed. And that is what is the responsibility of a devotee. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हम लोग एकदम free है. Even we are tied, but we have some, maybe loose हो गया थोड़ा सा. We are able to move our hands and then give a bhagavad-gita from one hand and receive money from other hand. Yes. That's what is our current situation. But we are also bound. Therefore, even we need guidance of superiors who will nourish us in Krishna consciousness and help us to break this shackle completely. Therefore, a sadhu is needed in life. Who is a sadhu? Sadhu means to cut. They will cut the attachment. They will cut this shackles which are binding us in this material world. Therefore, sadhu means to cut. And when they cut, bahut dukh. It will pain like anything. And guru means heavy. Guru will sit on your head and make sure that you will execute the instruction what he is giving. So in this way, all these personalities above us, they're helping us to break the shackle which we are also tied with. And here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he continues and he says, He na vishaya haite Krishna, uddharila tuma, kahana na jaya Krishna kripara mahima. By his own free will, Lord Krishna has delivered you from such condemned materialistic life. वो बेचारा इतना अच्छे से भक्ति कर रहा था. And to him, Lord Chaitanya is saying that you have been delivered from condemned materialistic life. If we go and stand in front of Lord Chaitanya, I don't know what will he say. Raghunath Das Goswami was such a great devotee and Lord is telling him that you have been relieved from condemned materialistic life. And then he says, therefore the glories of Lord Krishna's causeless mercy cannot be expressed. I always tell this one point which actually gives me a lot of solace when I feel low in Krishna consciousness. I always make this one point to myself. Doesn't matter how fallen I am. Doesn't matter how sinful I am. But Krishna is very, very merciful. Very, very merciful. And Bhakti is very, very powerful. This combination of Bhakti being very powerful and Krishna being very merciful can uplift any sinful personality as sinful as a person like myself. That gives a lot of solace, and that's a fact. That's a fact which is proved here also, that Krishna's causeless mercy cannot be expressed. It's very, very great. Very, very great. So anytime when we feel low in our Krishna consciousness, or when we're counseling someone who is very low in Krishna consciousness, this is the one line that we have to tell them, don't worry. Krishna is all merciful and Bhakti is all powerful. Tera bhi number aayega, don't worry. Tera bhi number aayega. And here, Raghunath Das Goswami, he is experiencing that mercy. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after speaking all this, there are few more lines which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, but that will be too heavy for everyone sitting here to take. So I'm just omitting that and proceeding with the Katha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he looked at Raghunath Das Goswami. 12 din he travelled. 3 days he ate little and drank little water. Tell me, what will be his entire bodily structure? एक दिन निर्जला करके devotees are like next level, transcendental. And some devotees check their weight also. प्रभु देखिए weight कम हो गया मेरा. Especially those devotees are doing dieting. प्रभु weight कम हो गया मेरा. 12 days of austerity. And here, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is describing Raghunath Das Goswami had become skinny. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu seeing his devotee becoming skinny because of his intense travel of 12 days. And immediately, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu calls his secretary Swarup Damodar. Again, it's a very big thing what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is doing. He calls his secretary Swarup Damodar and he says, my dear Swarupa, this boy, Raghunath Das, I entrust onto you. Please accept him as your son or servant. Please accept. Now, it's a very, very important thing to note that Lord's own secretary is assigned here to take care of this devotee, Raghunath Das Goswami. How special this devotee will be. How special. And therefore, from that day onwards, this Raghunath was called as Swarupera Raghu. Swarupera Raghu. See, the line that is used by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that accept him as your servant. What is the problem in becoming a servant? There is no problem. Because our constitutional nature is to be a servant. But still, from time immemorial when we are trying to be master, suddenly to become servant is very difficult. Very difficult. Very, very difficult. Naturally, we are Prabhu. Naturally. बाकी लोग हमें प्रभु बुलाए नहीं बुलाए मन में है कि मैं प्रभु हूँ. It's very clear. And only when we're practicing bhakti, we remind ourselves that I am Das, I am Das, and I am Das. So this transition from Prabhu to Das is what is the success of life. Because as soon as I realize that I am servant of Krishna, rest everything will fall in place. It's only because of this one mood that I am the master and I should enjoy, we are stuck here in this material world. And here is very clear, please accept him as your servant. And Raghu, Swarupera Raghu didn't say, no, I don't want to become servant, I'm master. He was happy, very, very happy to be under Swarup Damodar. Now, when this thing was done, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Swarup Damodar elaborately, please take care of him nicely. He's a very nice devotee. This is what Lord does for his sincere devotees. He takes charge of sincere devotees. All those devotees who are practicing bhakti sincerely, we can be carefree that Krishna will take care. At least the experience, whatever little experience that we have in our life, whatever rough patch we went through, and we were saved at that time, it gave a lot of faith that Krishna will not cheat any sincere devotee. Will not cheat. He is a cheater. He is a chauragra ganya. He is the topmost thief. But he will never cheat his sincere devotees. He will cheat the cheater. As soon as the sincerity is less and cheating mode is more, Krishna will cheat that devotee. He will cheat. That is called as kapat kripa. You know what is kapat kripa? Kapat kripa means that devotee who is trying to do bhakti and internally is cheating. What is that cheating? He is asking for material things. Immediately, Lord will shower his kapat kripa. Kapat kripa means he will sanction all the material desires. Tathastha. You want money? Take it. You want a very, very beautiful girl? Tomorrow morning you come to IBC in Sunday feast, you will get one. Tathastha. Everything is set. It is described. I will not name the temple. One brahmachari, he went to astrologer. He had a desire to get married. He showed his hand. And that astrologer looked at his hand. He said, very soon, a very beautiful girl will come in your life holding a white umbrella. Now this devotee, after completing the Mangalarti, would sit outside waiting for the white umbrella. And now when you are cheating yourself, Kapat Kripa is going to come. And by that Kapat Kripa, that very, very beautiful lady with a white umbrella came, and she was alone when she came, and she was going, there were two people in that umbrella. That brahmachari and this devotee, or this girl. Therefore, we have to ask ourselves, am I asking for Nishkapat Kripa or Kapat Kripa? And all the sincere devotees who are aspiring to attain Krishna, and they don't want anything else in life apart from Krishna, for them, Nishkapat Kripa. They will never be cheated. Never. Even if by chance they get into ignorance or passion, and Maya Devi is waiting and Maya catches them, still Krishna will go and rescue that devotee by giving good intelligence. This is what happened with Bilvamangal Thakur. Yes. Bilvamangal Thakur, for the first time, when he was going to meet the prostitute, and prostitute said, if you had the same attachment, what you are showing for me, if you would have had the same attachment for Krishna, you would have perfected your life. Shameless fellow. And that struck the heart of Bilvamangal Thakur. Bilvamangal Thakur became a very great sadhu. He accepted the prostitute's words as the words of a guru. And he started a very, very amazing, pure spiritual life. And by the mercy of his spiritual master whom he took Diksha from, he started from Vrindavan Dham. When he was going to Vrindavan, Maya will not leave any devotee. She will test everyone. And especially people in white and white, she will do overtime. And people in saffron, oh, she's next level. Next level. So as soon as Bilvamangal Thakur, he started going to Vrindavan, he got attracted to a beautiful female who was taking baths. And the only thing that he had in his mind was, I want to enjoy this lady. Now, when he was in the mood to enjoy, and all the facility was getting ready for enjoying that lady, immediately from within, there was a realization, don't do this again. Don't do this again. And very clearly it is described that this voice was the voice of the Lord, don't do this again. And immediately Bilvamangal Thakur, he took the hairpin of the lady and plugged out his eyes. And he remained a very, very amazing sadhu. He wrote a very, very beautiful scripture called Krishna Karnamrita, which our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Gambhira would relish every single night. Swarup Damodar, this personality, Raya Ramananda, that personality, both of them, they would sing Krishna Karnamrita. And here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would relish that. Can you imagine how sincere devotees are helped? How sincere devotees are helped by the Lord. This is called as Nishkapat Kripa. Externally, we'll see, he lost his eyes. That's okay. How does it matter? How does it matter? When he's attaining Krishna, it's okay if you lose one part of the body. It doesn't matter. Therefore, it's very, very important to understand the difference between Kapat Kripa and Nishkapat Kripa. Sometimes whenever new devotees, when they come and say, Prabhuji, Krishna is so merciful. I got a new job with a high package. अब इसको कहाँ बताए कपट कृपा क्या है निष्कपट कृपा क्या है क्या बताए and here we see this was a nishkapat kripa which was showered on Raghunath Das Goswami, who was very, very sincere. Under his own personal secretary, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is putting Raghunath Das Goswami, please take care of him. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Raghunath Das Goswami, instructed him, please go and bathe in the sea. So day after tomorrow, all of us are going to go and take bath in that place. That place is not ordinary, not ordinary. These personalities have taken baths. Haridas Thakur took baths, and we are getting chance to take baths. Therefore, at the start of the class, I said, I don't know what we have done. It's only by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada that we are getting this opportunity to go and take bath in that place where personalities like Raghunath Das Goswami took bath. Today also when we are taking bath in Shwet Ganga, so I was just contemplating on this subject, that which all devotees came to take bath here. All these devotees might have taken bath in that place. All these devotees. And we are so fortunate that we were taking bath and there were devotees enacting the pastime of Gaur Leela, splashing water at each other, yes, shouting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So nice. We are so fortunate. Raghunath Das Goswami is told, go and take bath in the sea and then take darshan of Lord Jagannatha in the temple and then come here and take Prasad. And then when the devotees observed all this, they were all ecstatic. Because this entire scene that was taking place, so we are hearing, and when we read or when we hear, it feels like things are happening in front of our eyes. But actually when things were taking place in front of the eyes of devotees, you can imagine a lot of devotees are there and all that scene is going on in front of them. They were going mad. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. And all of them, they loudly shouted, Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! They were so happy for Raghunath. So happy. And in this way, he took bath. He came to Govinda, the personal secretary of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Today, did you see Gambhira on that wall? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there. One side Rai Ramananda, another side Swarup Damodar. There was saffron personality below. He is Govinda, personal secretary. Personal servant, I would say. So Govinda, he gave the Mahaprasad of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu next time. And Raghunath Das Goswami, who fasted for 12 days, he was happy. Worth fasting. Worth fasting. He got the Maha of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would take the Prasad offered to Jagannath, that's called Prasad. And then when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would honor that, the leftover, that is called Mahaprasad. And that Mahaprasad was given to Raghunath Das Goswami. And Raghunath Das Goswami stayed under the care of Swarup Damodar. And for 5 continuous days, Govinda was serving Raghunath Das Goswami. So when Raghunath Das Goswami would come, he would give the remnants of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Raghunath Das Goswami. And Govinda's mode was, whenever he would come, anytime I would give Prasad. That was the mode. But after 5 days, Raghunath Das Goswami stopped going there. He stopped going to that place. And Raghunath Das Goswami, he started doing something else. So you all remember when we entered the Jagannath temple? So there were 2 lions there. So that particular dwar is called a Simha Dwar. So that's the entrance and exit for the various devotees who were serving Jagannath personally. So it is described by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami that there would be many personalities who would offer worship to Jagannath and they would come out of that place. And there were many Vaishnavas who would stand near the door of Simhadwara holding their begging bowl. And all these people who went inside to offer something and whatever they had in the hand, the prasad, that they would put in the begging bowls. So our Raghunath Das Goswami, he stood there with his begging bowl. He stood there outside Simhadwara. It is so nice. All of us can imagine the scene because we just saw Simhadwara. Today morning also we went to that place, through that place. Tomorrow also we'll be going. Day after tomorrow we'll be going. So you see, he was standing outside that same gate, Simhadwara. And it is described that as soon as all these Vishayis would come out of that place or the various personalities would come out of that place, when they see the Vaishnavas standing with the begging bowl, they would drop something in their begging bowl. And in this way, Raghunath Das Goswami, he was doing this particular thing. And here Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is writing, a completely dependent Vaishnava thus chants the holy name of the Lord all day and sees Lord Jagannath with full freedom without thinking about when will he get prasad and how will he get prasad. Just stand outside, whatever little prasad he gets, he eats, continues chanting, goes and takes darshan of the Lord again. He's continuing his chanting. This was what even Raghunath Das Goswami was doing. Now what happened is, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asking, where is our Raghu? Swarupera Raghu? Where is he? And Govinda told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu what is happening. Govinda told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swarupera Raghu is not coming to our place anymore. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking, Where is he going? Where is he going? How is he maintaining himself? And at that time, Govinda said, now he is standing at Simhadwara, where he begs for alms, and whatever he gets, he eats that. At that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what do you think? He was sad, he was happy. He was not just happy, he was very happy. Very happy. Please repeat. Mahaprabhura Bhakta Ganer Vairagya Pradhan Jaha Dekhi Prita Haya Gaura Bhagavan Mahaprabhu Bhakta Ganer Vairagya Pradhan. The speciality of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, you know what is that? Vairagya, renunciation. Gaudiya Vaishnavas are very much renounced. So Vairagya Pradhan. So when it comes to devotees of Lord Chaitanya, first quality, as soon as someone sees a devotee of Lord Chaitanya, and they don't know that he is devotee of Lord Chaitanya, looking at the Vairagya of that person, they will say, he is devotee of Lord Chaitanya. And as soon as Lord sees such Vairagya, what happens? Jaha dekhi prita haya Gaura Bhagavan. This Gaura Bhagavan, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he becomes very satisfied looking at the renunciation of his devotees. Our Lord is different. He will not be pleased with opulence. He is pleased with Vairagya. Therefore, you see, devotees, they try to be simple as possible. As simple as possible. Because our Lord wants us to be like that. In our attire, in our possessions, in our taste, in our hankerings, everything, our Lord wants us to be simple, renounced, and our Lord becomes very, very satisfied. Sanatana Goswami, when he was hankering to meet Chaitanya, and Lord Chaitanya was there in Varanasi, so on the way, Sanatana Goswami was given a very, very beautiful shawl, a blanket, by his brother-in-law. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he saw Sanatana Goswami, he was very happy. He would talk to Sanatana Goswami and he would look at the blanket. He was wearing it like this, like O3. Again, he would talk to Sanatana Goswami, look at the blanket. Now, Sanatana Goswami understood, this blanket is the problem, looks like. He went and he exchanged. He gave this very, very beautiful new blanket, and in return, he got a mendicant's old torn blanket, and he was putting that. And then he came. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a wide smile on the face. Now you're looking very beautiful. He was very satisfied. He told also to Sanatana Goswami, now I am very happy. Whenever I read this, I feel, my expectation. This is the expectation. This is how our Lord is satisfied. Sanatana Goswami is satisfied. And you know what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said? Raghunath has done well. He has acted suitably for a person in the renounced order. This is what he said. Vairagi karibe sada nama sankirtan magya khaya kare jivana rakshan. So what a Vairagi does, a person in renounced order especially, is very good for brahmacharis. What he does? Always he chants. He chants the holy name of the Lord. And what he should do? Just beg some alms and eat. He should sustain his life. No tension. Therefore, when it comes to devotees who are in the renounced order or aspiring to be in the renounced order, they don't take much tension. They don't think about tomorrow also. They just think about today's Prasad. And they ask also, Prabhuji, aaj Prasad mein kya bana hai? They're not worried about tomorrow's Prasad. Aaj Prasad mein kya bana hai? What is there? And you know what? The Grahastha devotees of Lord Chaitanya are also like this. Give me one example from Gaur Leela. Who don't think about tomorrow. Srivas Thakur. Srivas Thakur was such a person. He was least bothered about doing anything for the maintenance of the family members. And once, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, Srivas, are tum to grahasth ho? Why are you not going and working in IT job? And at that time, what Srivas Thakur said, Srivas Thakur said, oh Lord, I need not do this Ugra Karma. I need not do that. He said, I will clap 3 times. And if whatever I want, it doesn't come, me and my entire family we'll tie stone on our neck and we'll drown in Ganga. एकदम style से बोले वो, एकदम style से. You know what does that mean? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu elaborated. He said, Srivas, even if Lakshmi Devi someday will come and Lakshmi Devi also has to go on the road and beg for her sustenance, but never will be a time when you will be in that situation. This was the statement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees are एकदम next level. For them, Bhakti is at the top. बाकी सब बाद में है. And here we see, what is the expectation? Continuously chant, eat little, continuously chant. That's the point that is making. And few more points that is made here. A Vairagi should not depend on others. If he does so, he will be unsuccessful and he will be neglected by Krishna. If a renunciant is eager for his tongue to taste different foods, his spiritual life will be lost and he will be subservient to the taste of his tongue. जीवन में बचा है एक सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन और वो है प्रसाद. और देखिए महाप्रभु क्या कह रहे हैं. महाप्रभु कह रहे हैं थोड़ा डाइटिंग कीजिए आप. इतना दबा के जो खा रहे हैं तो डाइटिंग कीजिए. I think yatra might be a concession, but other times, he's talking about. And then he says, Vairagi haya kare, jivera lalasa, paramarth jayara, haya rase ravasha. If a renunciant is very eager to eat this food stuff, that food stuff, what will happen to him? His spiritual life will be lost and he'll become subservient to the taste of his tongue. Therefore, in another place he says, Jivera lalsa iti uti dhai, Shishnodara parayana Krishna nahi pa. That sadhaka who is running behind satisfying the tongue and satisfying the genitals, he cannot attain Krishna. He cannot attain Krishna. Therefore, it is described that devotees of the Lord are very strict. They strictly follow things. They maintain the four regulative principles very nicely and they continue practicing bhakti very nicely. Now, Raghunath Das Goswami, one day, he went to Sarup Damodar and he asked, what is my duty? Can you please tell me what is my duty? And Sarup Damodar said, let's go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and ask him what is your duty. So Sarup Damodar took Raghunath Das Goswami and he told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, oh Lord, he's asking what is his duty. Can you please elaborate? And at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Swarup Damodar and Raghunath Das Goswami, pointing towards Swarup Damodar, Raghunath, actually Swarup Damodar knows more than me. But since you are asking, what is my duty, I will say something. And this something was everything. Because these few lines, what the Lord said, that's the summum bonum for every sadhaka. He said, please repeat. Gramya kathana shunibe, Gramya vartana kahibe, Bhalana khaibe, Ara bhalana paribe. आपका वॉल्यूम कम हो गया थोड़ा, समझ गए मीनिंग आप लोग हैं? Very nicely, Gramya katha na shunibe. See, one thing that we need to understand, that our Shastras are very much consistent in their instructions for all of us. See, when it comes to us as sadhakas, so one thing that we need to understand is that when we are advancing on the path of bhakti, two things we have to take care. We have to have a set of do's and we have to avoid a set of don'ts. And we cannot act smart, saying, Prabhuji, anyways, when I'm taking care of do's, don'ts, take it. Little bit compromise I'll do here and there. No, it will not work. Therefore, even Rupa Goswami in his Nectar of Instruction makes it very clear and gives us 6 do's and 6 don'ts. And in that 6 don'ts, there is one word that he uses called prajalpa. One should avoid prajalpa. What do you mean by prajalpa? Prajalpa actually means talk. That's it, talk. But now, the thing is, the talk is always non-Krishna conscious. So, non-Krishna conscious talk is called as prajalpa. So now, when we devotees come together, and when we are into some discussion, and we are talking something non-devotional, that's prajalpa. As soon as we are hearing something nonsense from our so-called material friends, colleagues, whatever, that's called as gramya katha. Gramya Katha means that which is not related to Krishna. Gramya Varthana kahi mein. And not speaking anything that is not related to Krishna. If some devotee can follow this, trust me, that person will become a Siddha because his Vani will become Siddha. Vak Siddhi it is called as. Whatever he will speak will come true. Whatever he speak will come true. Because he is not speaking anything apart from Krishna consciousness. But it's a very difficult thing in this material world because everyone is around doing Gramya Katha. And even when it comes to us as sadhakas, gossip सुनने में जितना मजा आता है ना, उतना कृष्ण कथा सुनने में नहीं आता. As soon as the material talk that begins, as soon as the talk which talks about material life, immediately the devotee becomes so enthusiastic. I'm talking about sadhakas, not pure devotees. Sadhakas. Therefore, it's very important that practically, consciously, we avoid such talks, speaking or hearing. Bhalana Khaibe, I'll not comment too much on that. Yes. After Yatra in Bangalore, I'll speak on this if you want. Bhalana Parive. One thing is very important, the devotees should dress themselves in a very simple way. It's very simple. Sometimes we see devotees wearing various accessories. Kada pehante hai, chain pehante hai, earrings lagate hai. Kya? Kisko dikha rahe hain? Whom are we trying to impress? Whom are we trying to impress? The pakka opposite gender only, what else? और थोड़ा हटके दिखेंगे ना, अभी सोचिए सब लोग व्हाइट हैं, सब लोग का सिर मुंडन हो गया है, क्लीन शेव्ड है, so everyone looks alike. Which Mataji will see us? Yes, but as soon as there's a different attire altogether, French cut, in one earring, in one ear you have a earring which is shining, yes, and then you have something that you're wearing on your neck also which is shining, hand also shining, yes. Except the face, everything is shining in the body. Face is not shining, but sadhana is not good. Yes. So naturally, that person will stand out. And naturally, the opposite gender will be attracted. One question that we have to ask as devotees, whom am I trying to impress? When devotees have different hairstyles. Gel laga ke straight karna. Comb karna. At least in iskcon Whitefield, I don't see that. But when I visit other temples, sometimes I see some extraordinary devotees. Extraordinary hairstyle. Different hairstyles. This question comes, who am I trying to impress? Who am I trying to impress? And sometimes it's very nice. The way devotees dress also sometimes very nice. Color kurta, dhoti, and the border of that dhoti should also match with the kurta. And ekdam jagmag utari. And as soon as that devotee will enter the temple, more than taking darshan of the Lord, they will all look at the devotee who is coming. See, this is not expected from us. What is expected from us is simple living. One thing which attracted me a lot in Krishna consciousness was no tension. Just wear dhoti kurta. At that time when I was wearing white, no tension, white dhoti kurta. And say some devotee is going to Dham, say Mayapur, and I need to tell him that please get me dhoti kurta. Usko bhi zyada tension nahi hai. Now he'll just ask, Prabhuji, आपका size क्या है? Just a medium or small or whatever. हाँ ठीक है मैं लेके आता. हाँ ऐसे नहीं बोलेंगे white का ये shade ले आओ, white का वो shade. Nothing. White is white. Yes. Life becomes very simple. When you open your cupboard also, and when you have only 2 dhoti kurtas to wear and one is already washed and kept, tell me, हाँ tension है क्या? आज क्या पहनूं मैं? When you look in the mirror, today I have to go to this party, that party. Nothing. Devotee कोई भी party में जाए, उसका attire same होता है. कोई tension नहीं. And you know what? As soon as our material necessities reduce like this, there is some space here. There is a space that gets formed here. And then we can fit Krishna in that space. फालतू में अगर टाइम इसी में चला गया कि हेयर स्टाइल कैसे बनाए, कौन सा बियर्ड स्टाइल रखूं मैं, थोड़ा सा ट्रिम कर लेता हूँ, थोड़ा दिखना चाहिए. Yes. Or let me have this, let me have that on my ears and body. You know what happens? Our consciousness is so absorbed in all this. So absorbed in all this. How will we think about Krishna? Therefore, we, especially brahmacharis and even base devotees I've seen, we have a small mirror. Yes. उसको देख के तिलक लगाते हैं. Sometimes I ask, oh, you didn't shave today? रोज mirror छोटा है तो दिखता नहीं है, बाकी मुंह नहीं दिखता है. Only tilak is seen. And literally this happens with me also sometimes because we don't see the entire face, just tilak we put. That's it. So devotees don't bother much about how they look and what they wear. Because for them, pleasing Krishna is more important than impressing anyone in this world. They don't want to impress anyone in this world. And such devotees are the ones who their consciousness will be always absorbed in thinking about Krishna and nothing else. If not always, at least more than what the other sadhaka who is so engrossed in the externals. For sure it will be more than that. No doubt about that. Therefore, always we should ask this question, what am I doing and why am I doing? Whom am I trying to please? And if the answer is not Krishna, we are in the stool pit, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. We are stuck. We are stuck badly. Yes. So all of us should have this meditation. See, each and every devotee sitting here is very sincere. But somehow Maya Shakti is so strong, she just catches like anything. Forget about what devotees are working on, brahmacharis for that matter. अभी सी ब्रह्मचर्य से ज्यादा कुछ होता नहीं है, थोड़ा सा बाल है पीछे. Now brahmacharis have different style of shikha. Someone will braid also shikha, ऐसे उसको braid करके लगाते हैं. What all devotees do? What to do? Maya Shakti is so strong, so very strong. Therefore, we have to be always we should keep ourselves in check that am I on the right path or not? Because ये छोटी चीजें will become big and will not be able to do devotional service properly. And therefore, he is saying, Bhala na pari bhai. Now, next line is also very important. Please repeat. Amani manadahaya Krishna nama sadalave Braje Radha Krishna Seva manasa karibe. Aha, what a shloka. Here he is saying, Amani manada. Give respect to all others. First, give respect to all others. So, the next line is very clear. Don't expect any respect for yourself. First, give respect to all others. Second, always chant Hare Krishna. And third, Vraje Radha Krishna Seva Manasa Karibe. And mentally always serve Radha and Krishna. Kabhi aayega ye din hamare जीवन में? When will this day come? That you're just closing your eyes and you're serving Radha and Krishna mentally. When will that day come? This is what our Narottam Das Thakur is singing. Radha Krishna Pranamora Jugala Kishora Jivane Marane Gati Aranahi Mora. Narottam Das Thakur is saying that Radha and Krishna are my prana. There is nothing apart from Radha and Krishna for me. Nothing apart from Radha and Krishna. What is the last line that he sings? Seva Vilasha Koro Narottam. This is what is the only thing that is expected. And even the other song, Vrindavana Ramya Sthana Divya Chintamani Dhama Ratana Mandira Manohara. He's saying, it's all mentally he's meditating. All these acharyas, teachers, obviously it's not for us as of now at this level. But you can just think that what level you have to reach. Vrindavana Ramya Sthana Divya Chintamani Dhama. The entire Vrindavan is Chintamani Dham. Ratana Mandira Manohara, and there is a very beautiful temple made up of jewels. Abrata Kalindi Nire Rajahamsa Keli Kore Tahe Shobhe Kanaka Kamala. And then he says that there is a very, very beautiful river, and the river's name is in Vrindavan, Yamuna, Kalindi, and nectarian water is flowing. And now he says that there's a beautiful golden lotus. Tara Madhye Hema Petha Ashtadale Veshtita Ashtadale Pradana Naika. And in that beautiful golden lotus, which is huge. And our Acharya described that this golden lotus is having lakhs of petals. Taramati Hema Pitha. Now there is a very beautiful asana there. And Ashtadale Veshtita. So there are 8 petals. There are very, very close petals to that sitting place. And on that 8 petals, there are various wonderful sakhis sitting, the close associates of the Lord. Tara madhye ratnasthane bose ache doi jane Shama sange sundari radhika. So in that asana, who is sitting? Shri Shri Radha and Krishna. Orupa lavanya rashi amiya koriche khasi hasya pari hasya sambhashane. So Narottam Das Thakur is meditating and he's saying that very, very beautiful darshan of Radha and Krishna. You can imagine a golden lotus and then all Sakhis are sitting and here in between Radha and Krishna. Very, very beautiful darshan. And then he is saying, what are they doing? Hasya pari hasya sambhashana. They're talking to each other and they're joking and they're having a nice time. And then the last line he says, Narottama dasa koi nitya lila sukhamoy sada hi spuraka moramane. He says that may this beautiful darshan always manifest in my heart. And let me meditate on this very, very beautiful darshan. कहाँ वो लोग दर्शन कर रहे हैं, क्या दर्शन हम कर रहे हैं? Oh Krishna, what difference we have. And only when we reach that, we can reach Goloka. Abhi, we also imagine some lake, some lotus, some some beauty. Oh, when will that day come in our life? Krishna, Krishna. Now our situation is so abominable, I tell you, so abominable. And here, he is giving instruction, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving instruction, Rajay Radha Krishna Seva Manase Koribe. इधर तो externally भी सेवा नहीं हो रहा है, मन से सेवा तो छोड़ दो. Yes. Therefore, it's a very, very important thing. You have to meditate on this point. This is what is expected. And to reach that level, we cannot reach this level immediately. But purification is needed for this. And every time when we are engaged in sadhana bhakti, we are going through purification. Every time we chant Hare Krishna, every time we attend satsang, when we hear Krishna Katha, purification is happening. And with this purification, when our heart becomes nicely purified, when the mercy flows from Lord Shri Krishna, Srimati Radharani, we'll reach this platform. But till then, all these externals have to be set right. At least our smaran should be proper. At least we shouldn't do negative smaran. If not positive smaran, at least not do negative smaran. Very, very important. Very, very important. And when we start going towards the positive direction, one day will come when what Narottam Das Thakur is speaking, that will manifest in our life also. अरे मरने से पहले एटलीस्ट ये होना चाहिए हमारे जीवन में. ऐसे ही मर गए तो क्या डिफरेंस? Even a dog is dying outside. We cannot die like a dog on the street. Yes. We have to reach the stage where we reach the strong meditation and leave our body. That will be a success. That will be a success. Just imagine at the time of death, some devotees coming and asking you, Prabhuji, kya? What are you meditating now? What are you meditating now? And we might be struggling with kapha, pitta, vayu. Yes. What will you answer at that time? But if our meditation is this, if our meditation is strong like this, we'll be so blissful. When he's asking, what are you meditating, Prabhuji? What are you meditating? Even at that time, kapha, pitta, vayu will block our throat. But we will be smiling at the devotee and the devotee will understand how. Prabhuji, kuch to alag level mein kuch to meditate karta. Yes. Very, very important. Situation is going to remain the same. The bodily situation will remain the same for a materialist, for a sadhaka, and for a pure soul, perfected soul. Bodily situation is going to remain the same. Kapha, pitta, vayu will block. Materialist, he will see Yamadutas. Who is not practicing bhakti, he will see Yamadutas. Sadhakas will not see Yamadutas. But sadhakas will also not see Krishna. If they are not perfected their life, they will not see Krishna also. Pata nahi wo kya dekhenge. I hope we are not there in that middle situation. And when it comes to perfected souls, they will see Radha and Krishna. And when they see Radha and Krishna, they are blissful. Aur kya chahiye? Because on the mental platform, all this is happening. No? Mental platform and above mental platform, there is spiritual platform, all these things taking place. So this devotee is anyways about bodily consciousness. So he can dare to smile at the time of death. And the only thing that we can do is cry if we don't reach that platform. Therefore, this instruction is very nice. And we should hanker to reach this stage someday. And that begins with the basic sadhana that we're doing. If the sadhana is not effective, forget about going to the stage. if our chanting is not attentive, if our living is not simple, if you are not stopped doing negative, sinful smaran, you will not be able to reach this stage. And during this conversation, the famous shloka was recited by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Raghunath Das Goswami. We all can repeat. Trinadapi sunechena taroriva sahishnuna amanina manatena kirtaniya sadahari. Say Raghunath Das Goswami is asking on all our behalf, but how will I chant all the time, Mahaprabhu? How will I chant all the time? Mahaprabhu says, I will give you 3 tips. The first one, that is, Trinadapi Sunichana, become humbler than the blade of grass. Second, Taro Iva Saishna, become more tolerant than a tree. Third, Amanina Manadena, give respect to others and expect none in return. That's it, Jada kuch nahi karna, simple. Raghunath, simple. Then Kirtanya Sadahari. And Raghunath was, okay, this much, okay, I'll do. Yes, I'll do. So these were the 3 lines which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Raghunath Das Goswami to put it as Kantimala around his neck. To put it around the neck. This Kantimala that we wear, whenever we see this, we should remember the shloka. That this is where I have to reach. And now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after telling these 3 shlokas, then he says, okay, I have told in brief, please contact Swarup Damodar for getting more details. We already have 3 heavy verses. After that, Swarup Damodar will give a class on that. Just imagine what will happen. So now, when these personalities who were starting from Bengal to Jagannath Puri, headed by Shivananda Sen, they reached Jagannath Puri. They all reached Jagannath Puri. This was a huge festival. Because they just came for Rath Yatra. One day before Gundicha Maharaj, they were cleaning Gundicha, everyone together, led by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then they all saw Jagannath on the cart and they saw Jagannath dancing on the street. There's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing. They all danced with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Huge ecstasy. All the celebration took place. And after that, Raghunath Das Goswami met all these devotees who had come from Bengal. And specially it is said, Advaita Acharya showed some special mercy to Raghunath, which Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is not mentioning to us what was the special mercy. But some special mercy Advaita Acharya gave to him. And at that time, Shivananda Sen, he told Raghunath Das Goswami, अरे तू full time join किया, तेरे parents मुझे पकड़ रहे. So your father had sent 10 men to take you away. 10 men were sent. And he wrote me a letter that give back my son. At that time, Raghunath Das Goswami was listening to all that. And here it is said, when all these devotees went back to Bengal, immediately, again Govardhan Majumdar, the father of Raghunath, he sent people, go and ask if they were able to find a nice boy there as a renunciant. They were knowing very well, he has become a renunciant. So at that time, Shivananda Sen, he said, yes, Raghunath Das, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is with Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he is a very famous person. Who does not know him now in Jagannath Puri? And then it is said, very beautifully, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has placed him under Swarup Damodar. Now he is called as Swarupera Raghu. He chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra all day and night. Who is hearing all this? Parents of Raghunath Das Goswami. All day and night he chants Hare Krishna. He never gives up shelter for Lord Chaitanya even for a moment. He is in the supreme order of renounced life. Indeed, he does not care about eating or dressing. Somehow or other he eats and maintains his life. Actually, one thing that I have seen devotees who join Brahmachari Ashram also, one thing I have seen that if Brahmacharis are happy, with time, parents also are happy. Because parents are always worried, will he be happy or not in Brahmachari Ashram? Yes. And it is seen that those devotees join Brahmachari Ashram, parents are taken care by the Lord. Lord takes care. Lord takes care. So the main thing that the parents look for is my child should be happy. Yes. And that's what they wanted. But now they are hearing that Somehow there he eats, somehow he dresses, and he chants all the day. After 10 dandas, that is 4 hours of night have passed, Raghunath Das has seen the performance of Pushpanjali. This was very difficult for the parents to bear. After attending the Pushpanjali in the temple, Raghunath Das, he stands at Simhadwara begging alms to eat. And parents are like, oh, kiska beta, you know, whose son is Govardhan Majumdar. He was a millionaire. And millionaire ka beta bheek mang raha hai bahar. Parents were having almost a heart attack. What else? Begging? Our son begging? And then it is then Shivananda Sen is not stopping his description. Already unko heart attack aa raha hai, they continue. He continues and he says, he eats if someone gives him something to eat. Sometimes he fasts and sometimes he chews fried grains. Now parents were very unhappy hearing words. Very unhappy. Now what parents did was, they decided, he is our son. He should have all comforts. यहाँ से भेजेंगे, सारा luxury यहाँ से भेजेंगे. So they had a lot of goods. A lot of servants were sent. A cook was also sent. A Brahmana cook was also sent. Shivananda Sen के पास भेजा. That when Shivananda Sen is going, you go. Shivananda Sen saw all of them. He said, ऐसे कभी भी नहीं जा सकते जगन्नाथ पुरी. When I'll go, I'll call you. Now go. They were sent back home. Now during Rath Yatra, again, when Shivananda Sen was going to travel from Bengal to here, Orissa, then all these people came. All these people came with Shivananda Sen. So Govardhan Majumdar, he had sent 400 coins. Coins matlab gold coins, understood? 400 gold coins. 2 servants and 1 Brahmana. And all of them, they came here. And when they came here, at that time, they came to Raghunath Das Goswami. We are here for your service. Please accept us. What do you think Raghunath Das might have done? He accepted? He said, I cannot accept. Jao. But these people, they were all obedient servants of Govardhan Majumdar. They didn't go. So the Brahmana stayed back and he kept some gold coins, the others left. That is described that since that person was there and he was cooking, Raghunath Das Goswami continued to stand in front of Simhadwara and beg. That he continued. But now this Brahmana, what he would cook, that he took as an opportunity to invite Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his place for grand feast. In a month, twice, Raghunath Das Goswami would arrange a feast in his house. House nahi, jo bhi chota sa jhopadpatti jo bhi hoga utka jhopadi, his bhajan kutir, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would come. Twice in a month, he will call a huge feast for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, huge feast. In this way, it went on for 2 years. And after 2 years, he stopped. And when he stopped, consecutively, when 2 times invitation didn't come, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Swarup Damodar, yes, he asked Swarup Damodar, why Raghunath is not calling me now? Can you imagine? Lord is eager to get the invitation. Why Raghunath Das is not calling me now? At that time, Swarup Damodar, he said, in the words of Raghunath Das Goswami, he said, Raghunath said, I invite Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by accepting goods from materialistic people. Who is materialistic? Papa. Yes. I know that the Lord's mind is not satisfied by this. Since I am taking from materialistic people and calling him for feast, I know Lord is not satisfied. My consciousness is impure because I accept all these goods from people who are interested only in pounds, shillings and pence. Therefore, by this kind of invitation, I get only some material reputation. Maybe all devotees might be talking, no? Raghunath is serving Lord so nicely, such a great devotee. And then he continues and he says, at my request, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepts the invitation because he knows that a foolish person like me would be unhappy if he does not accept them. Considering all this, he has stopped inviting you. Swarup Damodar told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what do you think? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was happy or sad? He's very happy. Very happy. And he told this very nice thing. Vishairanna khaile, malin hoye man, malin mana haile nahe, Krishna rasmaran. As soon as we eat that food that is supplied by the materialist or cooked by the materialist, immediately the consciousness gets spoiled. And when the consciousness gets spoiled, where is the question of remembering Krishna? This is what is asked by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very, very strong point that is made here, and especially for us as sadhakas. Srila Prabhupada, I don't know how many lectures Prabhupada repeats this. He says, with tongue, 2 activities are done. What are 2 activities? First, chant. Good. Chanting. I was expecting something else. Okay. Second, Prasad. Yes. So with tongue, 2 things are done. Chanting Hare Krishna and accepting Prasad. See, Prabhupada didn't say food. Prabhupada said Prasad. And it's a very, very important thing for all the sadhakas. Whatever we put in our mouth should be Prasad. It cannot be something that is... By the way, what is Prasad? Prasad means that food that is cooked by a devotee, offered by a devotee, served by a devotee. That is Prasad. This is something that we are supposed to accept. And when we accept Prasad, what happens is our consciousness gets elevated with time. No devotee can say that my consciousness is not purified. I've been taking Prasad from a long time and my consciousness is not purified. No devotee can say that, who is doing this sincerely from a good amount of time. And devotee who is accepting Prasad for a good amount of time, as soon as he eats something which is not Prasad, say he goes to his relative's house and eats something, immediately he can make out the changes in his consciousness. This is not good. Easily he can make out. Therefore, as sadhakas, we should be very careful. We don't eat anything apart from Prasad. Doesn't matter how tasty it looks. We have to offer it to Krishna and accept. Even fruits should be offered and accepted. Very, very important. Only when you're traveling, okay, exemption is there that okay, you can do mental offering. Because at that time, sustaining one's body is very important. Fruits I'm talking about. Otherwise, one should take Prasad. I know so many Grihastha devotees. Forget about base devotees who have luxury of someone else is only cooking, someone else is offering, someone else is keeping it ready. And devotees come running with their dabba and then Yes? So I'm not talking about the carefree, fortunate based devotees, youth boys. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about even Grihastha devotees who have service, who have their job, material job. Some people have to go all around the world. Not for preaching, but for their job. Now, I know some very senior devotees, senior Grihastha devotees. So when they're traveling abroad also, they will carry some ready-to-eat packets. They'll cook. They'll carry the traveling altar offer. That they will eat. They'll not eat anything that is served in those 5-star and 7-star hotels where they're staying. This is called as commitment. If those devotees can do that, हमारा तो फिर तो कोई point ही नहीं होता. There is no question of saying नहीं प्रभु जी मुश्किल. We have to do it. We have to do it. Yes. You all remember that pastime which I told a Muslim lady in Bali. So she became a devotee. And when she was found in the Sunday feast, she was eating goppa, the food. At that time, another devotee asked, why are you eating so fast? Aram se khao. So that devotee said, I am from Muslim family. I have my Jagannatha, Baldev, Subhadra at home, my personal deities. And in my kitchen, non-veg is cooked, so I cannot cook anything for my Jagannatha. So I cut raw vegetables and fruits, offer it to Jagannatha, and 6 days I eat that. And only once in a week I get to eat cooked food. Therefore I eat this. Commitment कहते हैं इसे commitment. अरे माता जी ऐसे कर सकती है माता जी. प्रभु जी तो कर ही सकते हैं. Yes, only prasad. Somehow or the other, we have to make it a point to have only prasad. And especially for brahmacharis sitting there, all of us, we have to make sure that whatever we put in our mouth should be only prasad and nothing else. Because at times, the devotees are working, they ask, Prabhuji, team lunch, team dinner, kya karna chahiye? Then we bring down the level a bit lower and then we say, okay, have fruit juice, but carry some offer tulsi, ek dalna usme, then you can take. That's what senior grihasthas they say. We also repeat the same. But when it comes to brahmachari, there is no question. It has to be offered. No putting tulsi and offered tulsi and all that. It has to be offered properly and it has to be accepted. Prasad should be accepted. And see, that's what is said here. That as soon as we accept something which is given by a materialist, cooked by a materialist, immediately your consciousness will get spoiled. But sincere sadhakas will make sure that they'll have only prasad. And again he continues and he says, Vishayara anna hai rajasa nimantrana data bhokta duhara malina hai mana. When one accepts an invitation from a person contaminated by the material modes of passion, the person who offers the food and the person who accepts it are both mentally contaminated. So in this way, this takes place. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continues and he says, because of Raghunath Das' eagerness, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking to whom? Swarup Damodar. So he's telling, because Raghunath Das was eager and he was calling me to his place, therefore I was going. Actually, he's correct. By force, I was going. It is very good that Raghunath has stopped this. I am happy. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy with this. Now, after some time, Raghunath Das Goswami stopped going to Simhadwara also. Stopped going there. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't find him at Simhadwara, he is asking Swarup Damodar. Because Swarup Damodar is spiritual mentor. Anything happens to the mentee, mentor is caught. Yes? Therefore, it's the job of the subordinates to execute bhakti nicely so that the mentors or the spiritual masters, they have a good face to show and some good things to speak, to the Lord and their superiors. Therefore, all of us, we have this responsibility to behave very nicely in Krishna consciousness and execute bhakti very nicely. And here, again, he was caught, Swarup Damodar. Where is he? He is not seen at Simhadwara also. What is he doing? How is he maintaining himself? The renunciation level 1 was that. Standing at Simhadwara and accepting alms, begging. And now the second level, Swarup Damodar said, Raghunath Das was not happy standing at Simhadwara. Therefore, he is now going at midday to beg alms from the charity booth. Some places where they'll distribute free prasad once in a day, now he is going there and he's taking food from there. He's taking prasad from there. Now, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this, what do you think was his reaction? Was he happy or sad? आप लोग इतने sad क्यों जीवन में? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy. He was happy and then he says wonderful things. I think not everything might be needed here. He said, oh, he has done very nice thing. Standing at Simhadwara is prostitute mentality. Swarup Damodar was thinking, prostitute mentality क्या होता है? भीख तो मांग रहा था बेचारा. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu elaborated, he said, he's standing there. So when he's standing there with his begging bowl, he might be thinking, yesterday this person gave me something. So today he'll give me something more. And this is what is prostitute mentality. Expecting that now he'll give me enjoyment. Now he'll give me enjoyment. This is prostitute mentality. Good. Swarup Damodar, good. I'm very happy that you're cultivating your follow-up very nicely. He's gone to the next level of renunciation. Very good, very good. He's very happy. And here he started saying, again the same thing. If one goes to the booth where free food is distributed and fills his belly with whatever he obtains, there is no chance of further unwanted talk. And one can very peacefully chant Hare Krishna. Tension नहीं. If someone lives in Dham, इतने जगह पे free food तो distribute होता है. नहीं तो ऐसे जब यात्रा होता है तो घुस जाना चाहिए बीच में ऐसे. अभी as soon as you hold the plate, they cannot remove you out also. थोड़ा दे ही देंगे पैसा. खा के just be there and chant Hare Krishna. Yes. But that needs a lot of faith in the Lord. Yes. That needs a lot of faith in the Lord. I know so many devotees, while in Vrindavan, and they just go to some place where free prasad is distributed, and the entire day they keep chanting Hare Krishna. I had one of my friends who used to chant entire day, 64 rounds plus, and then he'll go to some place like this and eat and then continue chanting. In this way, we see that there are people existing like that. Yes. But we are not expected to do all this. Yes. We are expected कि जो भी प्रसाद मिल रहा है उसको खाओ अच्छे से. 2 बार नहीं तो 3 बार खाओ, कोई बात नहीं. But whatever bhakti we are doing, that has to be done effectively. Chanting attentively, hearing attentively, reading attentively, and everything should be done in service. बस इतना ही expectation, ज़्यादा नहीं है. अभी ऐसा नहीं कि Lord is expecting us go and stand at the Simhadwara, and the Lord is just saying, don't be a prostitute, go and take in some other booth where free prasad is distributed. No. For us, whatever is going on, it can go on, but the quality of bhakti should rise higher and higher. Now, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this, he was very happy. He called Raghunath Das Goswami, please come. And when Raghunath Das Goswami came there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gifted him something which was very, very precious. There was one person, Shankarananda Saraswati, a person who travelled from Vrindavan. He had got some gift for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It was Govardhan Shila and Gunjamala. Govardhan Shila means the stone from Govardhan Hill. We cannot just get it like that. There's a huge procedure for that. And second is Gunjamala. Gunjamala means there are some beads with which the garland is made. That's called Gunjamala. So Govardhan Shila represents Krishna and Gunjamala represents Srimati Radharani. And this was given to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will keep that at his heart, at his chest. Sometimes touch to his eyes. Sometimes, he'll keep it very, very close to his heart. Sometimes he'll smell. And he'll do Abhishekam every day. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Abhishekam was different. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would not do Abhishek with water. He would do Abhishek with tears. This is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was doing. That Govardhan Shila and that Gunjamala was so dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he worshipped them for 3 years. 3 years. And now he called Raghunath Das Goswami and he gave it to Raghunath Das Goswami. This is yours. Now just think about this point. How much the Lord might be pleased with Raghunath Das Goswami that he gave something which was very, very dear to his heart. Take. And then he told that you are a renunciant, so worship this in a very simple way. Offer some water and offer tulsi manjaris, the tulsi flowers. And Swarup Damodar, he arranged 2 sets of clothes, 6 inch. See our Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami gives every detail. 6 inch by 6 inch, 2 cloth to keep all that paraphernalia. He arranged a jug for water, and then Raghunath Das Goswami started worshipping. So in this way, Raghunath Das Goswami ecstatically would worship every day. And when Raghunath Das Goswami was worshipping, very wonderful realizations came to him. Raghunath Das Goswami said, by offering me the Govardhan Shila, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has offered me a place near Govardhan Hill. And by offering me the garland of conch shells, he has offered me shelter at the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. So when Raghunath Das Goswami shifted from Jagannath Puri, he directly went at the foothills of Govardhan, that is Radhakund. And rest of the life, he stayed there in Radhakund, chanting the holy names. Where he having intimate association of Sri Radha and Krishna. So this was the mood of Raghunath Das Goswami. And he was very strict when he was in Jagannath Puri, very, very strict. Rules, it is described that when rules is followed by Raghunath Das Goswami, Hindi mein kehte na patthar ki lakir. Same thing Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is saying. Rules were followed as if those were the marks on the stone. Yes, he followed so strictly. He chanted for 22 hours. And he ate and slept within 1.5 hours. He was doing this. And you see, our Srila Prabhupada was also doing this. He would sleep for 2 hours. And rest of the time, he was busy chanting the glories of the Lord. Sometimes from the mouth, other times from the hand, writing the books, giving the Bhakti Vedanta purports to the verses of Bhagavad-gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So we need not go till Raghunath Das Goswami 500 years back. We just go 50 years back and we will see Srila Prabhupada doing this. Prabhupada disciples, when they give their offerings, they say that everyone would be sleeping. But we would see Srila Prabhupada awake at night, 12 o'clock, switching on his table light and translating the books from Sanskrit or Bengali to English. This is what Srila Prabhupada has done. So all these personalities are missionaries. Some missionaries, the executing mission, going deep within, attaining Krishna. And some missionaries, they go deep within to attain Krishna. And at the same time, they go and help others also to attain Krishna. So these are the missionaries who are available on the planet. And it is described that this planet is getting sustained because we have such personalities still existing on this planet. As soon as the last perfected soul leaves this planet will be annihilated completely. So today, if we are surviving, it's not because we have taken birth on this planet. We are surviving because we have perfected pure devotees on this planet. Now, after this, Raghunath Das Goswami, he went to level 3. Level 3 is very difficult to digest. Yes. I'm not talking level 3 FOE. Don't worry. Yes. Some devotees will think, 1 mein aise karna hai, 2 mein aise karna hai, 3 mein aise karna hai. He's talking about level 3 of Raghunath Das Goswami. Now here what would happen? So in Jagannath temple, I don't know how many of you saw, there was a market where Prasad of Jagannath is sold. Did you all see that? Anand Bazaar? Yes. The shopkeepers, so yesterday night we had this hot Prasad that came from the temple. So what the shopkeepers do is, so morning they get so many times bhoga is offered, so they'll collect that and they'll sell. That's a livelihood also. So whatever remains, sometimes they might continue selling the next day also, if it is good. Or they will eat it themselves. But then when something more remains, they throw it. And that is eaten by cows. But now when that also gets rotten, cows also don't eat. Because it's rotten, it's smelling, so they'll also not eat. Now Raghunath Das Goswami, at the middle of the night, he will go to that place where the rotten prasad is lying. He will collect that. He will go to his place. He'll wash all that. And he'll take the hard part of the rice and he'll keep it with himself. And he will eat only that. Level 3 renunciation. These are our acharyas. Our acharyas in Gaudiya Vaishnava. We should be very proud that we belong to a sampradaya where such acharyas have existed in the past. This is our acharya. And now Swarup Damodar, he got to know that what Raghunath is doing. So one day he went to Raghunath and he is telling Raghunath, I heard that every day you are eating nectar. Share with me also little. And literally Swarup Damodar ate that. And Swarup Damodar said, this is so amazing. And now such news spreads very fast. And that news went into the ears of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was like, there is some feast that is getting honored and I am not being invited for that. Immediately he went to the place where Raghunath Das Goswami was staying. And he's asking Raghunath Das Goswami, looks like you're having feast every day and you're not offering to me. I was just contemplating what was Raghunath thinking when these two personalities are riding him like this. Bichara rato raat jaake sada hua cheez leke aa raha hai, dho raha hai, and then he has hard part kept. And these people are coming, you're eating feast. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was asking, Raghunath Das Goswami was not giving. He was hiding. So what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did was, he went forcefully and he took one morsel and he ate it. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, oh, this is so nice, so amazing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was relishing. He took one more morsel. Swarup Damodar held his hand, he said, enough. Mahaprabhu, enough. This is not fit for you. I was contemplating what was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu relishing. Sada hua khana tha wo to. What was he relishing? He was relishing the sweetness of Raghunath Das Goswami's renunciation and his love for Krishna. He was relishing that. Therefore, when we say Krishna is bhavagrahi janardhana, this is what it means. Bhavagrahi janardhana. He accepts the bhava behind the offering. And look at this. Idhar to offering ho bhi nahi raha tha. Forcefully aake khaya. Forcefully he came and he ate and he's saying, very nice. And in fact, he says, of course, every day I eat varieties of prasadam, but I have never tasted such nice prasadam as that which Raghunath is eating. So in this way, Raghunath Das Goswami, he spent many years in this place, Jagannath Puri. Anyone knows exactly how many years he spent? 12, if I'm not wrong. Which is a good number, big number. He spent so many years here in Jagannath Puri. Wherever we are going, please remember, these great personalities have walked. The thing that we should meditate on is this, that such great divine personalities were living. and they were executing bhakti on that platform, how can I, bit by bit, taking baby steps, can reach to that platform? And we should intensely pray to these personalities, intensely pray. Please bless me. I am nowhere in comparison to what you people did. Nowhere in comparison. I'm very, very low. I'm stuck in the pit of stool. That is my condition. Please help me, please inspire me, and please lift me from this place so that I can also experience the divine experiences on the platform of devotional service, and I can also attain Krishna Prema. And this experience, this treasure, only they can give whoever has it. Please remember this one point very clearly. This we cannot get by our own self. SNEK, every day now I start standing 192 rounds, and now I'll go to that platform and I'll relish all that what these devotees are doing. No. This is a gift. Renunciation is a gift. So all those devotees who are aspiring not to be a renunciant, but still stuck in between, ye karo, wo karo. Gift is needed. And this gift of renunciation, those renunciants can give who have it. And who can be more renowned than these personalities? And those devotees who are having that intense meditation on Sri Vrindavan Dham, only they can gift us that meditation. Those devotees who have Krishna Prem, only they can gift us that treasure which they have. Goro Kera Prema Dhana. Only they can give. And in this place, we should beg for that gift. I am not qualified, but please gift me this particular thing. It's up to you what you want to ask. I have described all the levels. Which level gift you want, you can always ask. But one level we can always ask that I want to be a selfless servant of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. At least itna to hona chahiye. If not anything else, at least this much. And this is also a gift. So requesting all of you, whatever time we have, please beg for the gifts. And before leaving, please take a lot of return gifts from here. Because the Yatra organizing team will not be giving anything. All these personalities who are there around, they will be giving. Please beg and please become very rich and take this from this place. Thank you very much. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami ki Jagannath Puri Dham ki Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani Sudarshan ki Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki